Hello and a warm welcome to Federal Special Program Capital Beat. West Bengal is finding teachers on the streets right now. And why I'm saying this is that this has happened because of a recent Supreme Court verdict. Now, the familiar scenes of mass agitation returned to the streets of Kolkata even today, and echoes of the protests over the ghastly rape and murder at Arjikar Hospital. And this time, it is led by thousands of teachers and non teaching staff who've lost their jobs following a Supreme Court verdict that invalidated their appointments. Now, what we have seen here also, fans of We Want Justice shattered the sultry afternoon air, accompanied by visible outrage and frustration as demonstrators marched along the Salt Lake route. And basically, these teachers are demanding reinstatement. The protesters were joined by members of various civil society organizations in a show of solidarity. Now, what is this teachers' protest all about? How has it impacted the education system? And is this protest uh, coming along, or rather it's becoming more intense because of the elections not far away? And what are the kind of political implications we see from this particular teachers protest? Joining me now is Mamata Sarkar, who is a teacher herself. She's part of the protest, and she's just now joined us from the meeting which she was having with the education minister Bratya Basu, I suppose. Then I'm also joined by Rajiv Srivastav, who's a social activist from Howrah. And we have Samir Purkaisa, who's our senior editor from the Federal, who covers Northeast. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. And let me begin with Mamita Sarkar. Mamita, I'll begin with you. Now, what has happened in the meeting which you just had with the minister? What has happened? What have you demanded? And why are you continuing your protest? Yes.
Listen, first of all, thank you. Next, I want to say that now some teachers who lost their jobs, like us, they are doing meeting with our chief minister and our educational minister, but they are calling only those people who are very close to them. They are not calling all yoga teacher. I mean that they are not calling all the teachers or all the associations. They are just calling few of them who are very close. That's why we are very doubtful that the discussion will be how much in our favor. We don't know. We are really very in vulnerable situation, and we are protesting here for last 3 days. We are sitting here, and you can see my condition that I am walking on road, and just I came a little far from the our location because there
What is,
sound and
Mamita, what is,
क्या voices.
what is the, no, no, what is the kind of assurance which you are getting from Mamata Banerjee government? What is the assurance you all have got?
No, we don't get any kind of assurance from her because she only doing this thing for last 2 3 years. She is saying that I am with teachers, I am thinking about teachers, and who are honest teacher, they will not be punished. She's saying everything, but she is not doing anything, and she is not keeping her word. Her word and her action is not similar. Both are different. She's
So
saying she's.
you are saying that you are getting a lot of assurances, but nothing is being done by the TMC government, right? Now, my question
Yes,
is that
exactly.
how many throughout the state, because you are part of the protest, how many teachers are protesting right now? What is the strength of the teachers who are protesting, and how has it impacted the education system? Is there nobody to teach the kids right now?
On 3rd April, verdict was came, and from that time we are not able to go to school. But our chief minister is saying that you can go to school. I did not say that. Means she did not say that we cannot go to school. What the meaning is? And I want to say that she is saying to go to school and give the voluntarily service. But we are teacher and this is our occupation. We know that what is our service for our society. We do that. But this is our bread and butter. We do this for our bread and butter. We are teachers, that's true. But how we will do without any money or any salary, how we will do this service for long? But she is saying you have to, you can do, you can go to the school, you can do the job voluntarily. This is just rubbish, nothing else. She is not trying to save us. She is not segregating our list. She is not separating honest and dishonest teachers. She is mixing up these honest and dishonest teachers. Her ministers, her party workers had taken lots of money from many teachers and teaching staffs, group C and group D also. And they are only responsible, their responsibility is only for that people, not us, not honest teachers, not honest teaching staffs. They are responsible just for those people who have given money or who are their party workers.
All right. All right. Okay. Now I'll come to Samir first and then I'll come to Rajiv. Samir, can you put the things in perspective that what the Supreme Court verdict was all about, how it has invalidated the teachers' appointments, and what are the teachers actually going through? From what we've gathered, Momita is saying that she's only getting assurances, all the teachers are being assured, but how do they go back when they know that they will not get their salary? So, can you put the things in perspective as to what this scam has been all about for all these years? And Supreme Court has just upheld what the High Court has said. Yes,
Yes.
Sabir.
So the basically see there are multiple irregularities in this appointment process. First is appointments higher than the declared vacancies. Then appointments have been given to person who were not even in the panel. Then appointment has been given to person who submitted blank OMR. That is the biggest allegation that even those who have submitted blank OMR sheets got appointments. Then appointments have been given to persons after the expiry of the panel. That's mean after the appointment process was completed, some people got a job. Then a person placed lower in rank in the merit list had been given an appointment in preference to those placed higher. So this is a clear case of favoritism. So there are multiple such allegations over the recruitment of 25,700 odd teachers. And this because neither the CBI inquiry nor the state government could segregate who are actually tainted, those who got a job through manipulation and those who got the job through proper process honestly. So a tainted and a non-tainted teacher, so that segregation the state government didn't do. They just deposed before the court that 5,000 odd teachers are there are manipulations in case of 5,000 appointments, but they couldn't give OMR sheets. They couldn't submit OMR sheet to the court. And at the same time, the CBI, which is supposed to be the premier investigating agency, and it has been proving this scam for the last few years, but the CBI couldn't also segregate this tainted and non-tainted teacher. So that's created further this further create complexity to this problem. Now after the Supreme Court cancel, and since there has been no segregation, the Supreme Court has taken the easy route out, and they have nullified all the 25,700 odd appointments. And by doing so, it has even victimized the genuine candidates. Now, and because of this, there are there are many schools which have limited teachers. So in one schools I know in Sundarban, where there were around 20 teachers, out of that 10 teachers lost jobs, so they are facing acute shortage. In another schools where you know 7 or 8 teachers lost job. So there the schools are facing acute shortage because of this decision. And now the state government, as they have, in the last meeting, the chief minister. Yeah, there is some echo is there. Can you hear me, Nilu?
Can hear you, Rajiv ji. You mute yourself because I think there is an echo from your end. Just mute yourself. When you speak, then you unmute. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Samir.
So so after this verdict, the Mamata Banerjee, as usual, that is her style of functioning, she put herself as a guarantor, and she said that I'm assuring you that none of you will lose job, and this and your salaries will be protected. So that kind of assurance has been given, but there is so far no clarity as to how this will be done. Now the sources are saying there are few options before the state government. First, they can file review petition, but to file but the legal experts say that just merely filing review petition will not do. They will have to have something substantial to to put before the High Court to reconsider or review their appeal. So, and one option for that will be if they can bring out the OMR sheet or the mirror image of the OMR sheet and place before the Supreme Court. And then the review bench might, review its earlier verdict. That is one. Secondly, in case Supreme Court, you know, upheld its earlier verdict, then what? Then there are some, we are gathering some information. Ma'am Momita might be able to throw more light on that. The government is also toying with the idea of, there is one category of teacher called para teachers, who are basically contractual teachers. So, and they get salaries between 10,000 to 13,000. So there one school of thought is there that this salary of these para teachers can be, can be increased to the level of regular teacher. And then those genuine teacher who has lost a job because of the Supreme Court verdict, they can be accommodated there. But I don't know whether the teachers will agree to that, because that job will be contractual and not regular. But these are few options before the state government, which they are exploring, we are told. And in the meeting with the teachers delegation is still on with the education minister. So after they come out of the meeting, then the picture will be more clear as to what will be the government's roadmap. So that's the situation as of now.
Now I'll come to Rajiv. That Rajiv, how do you view this situation, and do you think that this is like a big education crisis? This kind of protest by the teachers, and teachers are not able to go back to work. Does it look like a big crisis? Yes.
I don't have word to express the sentiments which is prevailing on the street, right? The sense of dejection which is there, the sense of frustration which is there, and the people of Bengal, those who are in the street, like my sister who is on the panel today, I'm totally with them, right? The emotions are running very high in Bengal because the corruption, that present, there is no government there. It is all mafia. It is all the smugglers. It is all the extortionists who are running 60-40%. They have taken and they have run the state for last 20 years. the last few years of the left front and this particular government. And there is a very good tuning between the state government and the central government. You can see right from Sarda scam and to all the scam which is coming up, all the events which are coming one after the another. There is nothing, there is no outcome. The CBI and the other cage parrots which are there, they are totally discredited. And the people on our Bengali people who are on the street, they are crying for the justice. And the return they get nothing. They get nothing. The entire political system has become rotten. There is no one to express. There is no one to represent the feeling of these people who are there on the street. It happened in the Nirbhaya case. It happened with my teachers who are there. Imagine the Bengal, which are known for the
1 minute, 1 minute, Rajiv. Let's talk about this teachers' employment crisis which has happened because of the world. How do you think that this has been and what the teachers are facing? I want to hear you on this particular crisis.
look, there is black sheep, no doubt about it, 25,700, out of which there are a few black sheep, undoubtedly about that. But how to separate these black sheep from the good one? Nobody had the answer. Justice Ganguly, who is now the member of parliament of a political party, he said that he had some formula because he was the man who presided over this entire case in the beginning. But yesterday, when they were lathi charge, baton charge, he also tore up and he said, I am not going to do it. At the moment, I don't see a way out for resettling this guy because anything they do it will be total contempt to the Supreme Court orders. So they are at the fix. Not only this, there are many other things. Whatever has been promised to them, it is all it is all in the air. It is not going to fructify. It is just to suppress through the gundal, through the civic volunteers, through their party goons, and they will be finally these teachers who are there on the street. They will be beaten up. They will be broken up. Their spirit will be broken up, and they will say that thank you very much. I can't do anything because this is the Supreme Court ruling on this. So I don't see a way out. I see a total log jam. My heart and sentiment goes out for my brothers and sisters who are on the street. 25,700. Few of them had paid money. So those who have paid the money, they are in the jail. But nothing is happening. My CBI is not doing anything. Right? It is all court. It is all court. It was a High Court order which was endorsed by the Supreme Court. Right? Otherwise, there is nothing from the CBI. In fact, all the justices from the High Court and Supreme Court is telling the CBI, what is your finding? Where you have gone way ahead? Where is the source? Which is the place where all this thing has happened? Nothing. Everyone, you ask my brother and sister, the teachers who are there, they will tell you exactly who took money, what was the scaling, how much money they gave, but nobody will dare tell the names because they are so scared. Today, if they tell the name here, and the evening somebody will go and burn their house and they will be killed. So this is the sense of the fear which prevails. This is the sense of despondency which prevails in Bengal. That nothing can happen. This is my Bengal. This is the Sonar Bangla. We used to call it the Golden Bengal. And today you see what is happening. Whether it is Abhay or whether it is teacher, I don't see a place. Now Abhay's parents are languishing. They are running from pillar to post. They have gone everywhere like this. My 7,500 teachers and brothers and sisters who are there, they will also run across.
All right, I'll come to Sameer now. Mr. Rajiv, you mute yourself because there's an echo from your end. Sameer, I want to come to you now. How big is the scale of this protest when you compare, of course, with the Arjikar walkover which we saw? Is it something similar what we are seeing on the streets of Kolkata right now? How widespread is this, and what are the political implications? Because many people are saying that BJP and left are hitting on the grounds because of this particular protest. Is there a feeling that the political parties are fanning this protest, though the protest is not that big?
See, protest is getting momentum, no doubt, and particularly after the Thursday's lathi charge, not on Wednesday's lathi charge on protesting teachers by police. So it has further, put this thing, put fuel to the fire, and so this agitation is slowly getting momentum, and people from other like the protesting, this Arjikar protesters have also expressed their solidarity, and they are also joining the protest. Then other disgruntled government employees who were unhappy over DA. So they also lend their support behind this agitation. So this agitation is no doubt getting momentum, and as for the political parties taking advantage of it, it's quite natural. None of them are there to there for charity. They are, after all, political parties, and they will take political mileage of a situation like this. So the BJP and the left front, particularly left front, are trying to take advantage of this situation, but how much they will be able to milk this situation, I have my own doubt, because in the past also, there had been many such agitations. For
No, but
instance,
Sameer, there is another question, and I'm just picking up the cues from what you're saying. Even if the review petition is filed, is it really going to help? And how long the review petition will take? The teachers are all on the streets. We do not know how the children will study. The schools are suffering. So, is review petition going to be an easy and a fast solution to the problem?
no, see, review petition is the first step. They can they can ask Supreme Court to review the judgment, and in the process, if they can get stay, then the government can buy time. But review petition, and and ultimately, if they this judgment is scrapped, then nothing like that. But there is no guarantee that even the review petition will be accepted, unless the state government able to give something concrete before the Supreme Court. And that will be, if they can the school selection, this SSC selection commission, if they can give the mirror image of the OMR sheet, then maybe based on that OMR sheet, the Supreme Court can review its earlier verdict, and differentiate between the legitimate and illegitimate candidates. So that is only one way of doing things. That is the legal process. But what if the Supreme Court, turn down the review petition? Then the government will be back to square one. And then what are the options before it? So the state government are saying they have plan A, B, C, D are ready with them, but nobody has spelled out what are those plans. We are just hearing from sources that this para teacher is one of the options, but we but the state government is now in a very tight position, and it will be interesting to see how it can come out of this situation. And time is running out, because within a 1 year time, the West Bengal will go to assembly
Yeah,
elections,
that's true.
and so that is very crucial. And if this issue remains, it's persists, then it might get, because if you 25,000 plus, the family members of the teachers, so it's more than 1 lakh people are directly affected. Then the school education may start taking the brunt of this situation. So in that case, there will be resentment among the parents of the students. So the for the state government, the situation is very precarious. But as of now, if you see, on the other hand, the opposition, how are they are positioned to take advantage of this situation? First of all, BJP, which is the main opposition party, it is still busy doing Hindu Muslim playing Hindu Muslim card. Even today, when the teachers are protesting, the leader of the opposition, the BJP's tallest leader in Bengal, Subendu Adhikari, has gone to Malda to play his divisive card in a in a town where there were communal flare up. before the Ramnavami. So we do, even in Arjikar protests, if you see, the BJP are not been able to capitalize on this kind of issues, and one of the reason is they don't have high moral ground. If you see the BJP rule state, what are their track record? Bepam case, what has happened in Tripura? BJP government is in power. 10,000 teachers jobs
Okay.
are
Rajiv,
at stake.
Rajiv doesn't seem to be agreeing with something. Samir, I'll let him intervene. Yes. Ha, Samir, just mute yourself. Yes, go ahead. Why are you nodding your head, Rajiv? Yes,
Look,
go ahead.
that everything in Bengal it gravitate toward the BJP, Hindu, Muslim, and why nobody talks about those corrupt? The Partha Chatterjee who is in the jail because of him, this 7,500 had lost from the Pehla constituency last parliamentary election. You see the result. Whom people voted for it. Bengal people have been coerced. Bengal people have been forced to give by because of the mafia the vote for a particular party which is ruling the state. Number one, look at the national government,
Rajiv,
national two parties which are happening.
Rajiv, tone down yourself. Tone down a little. But the
Okay,
fact of
okay.
the matter is that BJP is playing a divisive card. Why are you so annoyed with that? There's no two ways about
No,
it.
no, ma'am, look, I'm going to tell you something. That at the national level, there are two political principal parties, that is BJP and Congress. Now look at this. He's partially is correct. The Home Minister was supposed to come to Bengal. He's postponing his visit because every time he's postponing his visit, he's not taking up the cause of the Bengal. That is a fact. But what happened to the other opposition party, that Rahul Gandhi? He has not visited the state for so many years. Now people look towards him. Please come, give the leadership, because these my brothers and sisters who are there, they are looking for an alternative. They are looking for the person who can raise their voice. If by writing letter it doesn't work out, either for the BJP or the Congress, they have to
Which
come.
means, no. Rajiv, so which means that who's going to give the answer to all these problems? You are saying you're not. I'll come to you, Mamita. I know you've been waiting for long. Rajiv, you are saying you have a problem with Rahul Gandhi, you have a problem with BJP, you have a problem with TMC. Who's going to resolve the problem? And what are the people looking up to? You will have to vote for some party or the other, no?
Ma'am, I have no problem with the BJP or Congress. I want them to take the challenges. I want Rahul Gandhi to come to the state and visit and look at this, the response which he will get. For so many years, I think 10, 15 years, he has not visited Bengal. Right? Bengal is suffering because of the mafia. There is a mafia which is running the state, and this government is just for the symbol. They only put the signature,
All right.
whether it is
All
Shah
right.
Jahan Sheikh or anybody else who is there.
Rajiv, you made your point. I'll let Samir intervene and then I'll go to Mamita. Yes, Samir, over to you.
See, let me finish. So, what I was saying is that there is no viable, the opposition also failed in their role. They couldn't, win the confidence of the people that they will change the scenario. Because if you look at the BJP, people are not very confident that BJP will do anything different. Rather, the people are apprehensive that if BJP comes, it will be the situation will be, will be worse, because apart from corruption, there will be communal politics, and the state will be in a bigger mess. So and as for left front and the Congress, they are yet to set their house in order. There is no organizational structure, there is no leader. So and the TMC is taking full advantage of this lack of credible opposition to it.
Yeah.
So the opposition parties will have to step up, and and will have to understand the scenario in Bengal, and their political strategy should be tailor made for Bengal. If they think that North Indian politics will suit here, that will not do. The cowbell politics will
Right.
not suit here. Every
Absolutely.
time BJP, even yesterday, if you see the Home Minister speech in one of the television channel program, he was talking about infiltration from Bangladesh and all. But if there is a unabated infiltration, then who is responsible for that? The Home Ministry cannot absolve its responsibility, because it is the it is the BSF, which is under the Home Ministry, that guards the border. So this kind of duplicity will not work. And as for corruption, there are the CBI has failed in one after another. Arjikar incident, look at what CBI has done. It has goofed up the entire investigation process.
Right. All right. All right. So I'll let Momita. Momita had raised her hand long time back. Sorry, Momita, I had to keep you waiting because there was a lot of other things keep coming up in the debate. But yes, now I want to understand from you that how, according to you, is the state government or the court going to separate the tainted and the untainted teachers? Because until unless that is done, I don't see the problem getting resolved at any step. Yes, Momita.
Yes, you are right. How long our SSC and our state government, because in this state everything is happened with the permission of everything happened with the permission of our chief minister in this state. All of the people of Bengal know this. That's why we know that if our chief minister wants that we will come out from this problem, then only the way is that our segregation, tempted and untempted, non-tempted teachers should be segregated through our OMRs. And CBI has given our OMRs to SSC, but till now SSC is not giving that 20 OMRs of 23 lakhs candidate who had given the exam, SSC exam. They are not giving our OMR sheet image through their website, and we are waiting for that, and we are protesting for that. We are doing this for last 3 4 days. We are sitting over here, sitting in front of SSC Bhavan for that OMR sheets and the scan copy of the OMR sheet, because without the scan copy of OMR sheet and our Viva number and our academic number, the panel will not be completed and the segregation will not be possible. That's
No, but
why
tell
we
me
are
one thing,
requesting.
Momita. Tell me one thing. How long will you continue like this till the time the government is not able to come up with a solution on this, a
Yes,
concrete solution?
because this
Okay.
is our life or death matter.
Hmm.
We are dying. This is our about respect, about our bread and butter, about our everything. Our family is connected with this. My parents, my old parents, my children, they are connected with this. We are not going anywhere. How long they are not doing this segregation, we are here.
All right.
And
So,
we want result. We don't want any discussion. They are doing today discussion. There is no more time for discussion. The time is
okay.
very less now, because only 1 month is our time, and already few days gone. That's why we have to take any step very quickly, then only it's possible that we will live or not.
Okay. I'll take
because
one.
this is our because this is our death sentence. This is
Right.
not panel cancel, this is our death sentence.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling really sorry for all the teachers who are on the protest. But one last comment from Samir, because he'll put the things in perspective. So, is Mamata Banerjee going to really have a difficult going on this? And it could impact the elections, given the fact that elections are not far away in Bengal.
See, I'm not yet ready to write obituary of the TMC on this issue, because in the see this SSC scam, it broke out before the parliamentary elections, and we so heaps of cash was found from the residence of so-called girlfriend of a influential minister, Partha Chatterjee. But despite that, the TMC could improve its Lok Sabha tally, because of, again, as I said, there oppositions are failing to actually corner the TMC. because they don't have organizational base, and they don't have proper this proper agenda. As I said, BJP being the main opposition, principal opposition party, the BJP is not actually trying to grill TMC on corruption issue. Rather, they are trying to rake up this kind of issue which doesn't readily resonate with the people of Bengal, this communal politics. So BJP should focus more on this corruption issues rather than playing politics over religion. And unless and until they do it, I don't think they will be able
Right.
to actually corner TMC even in the 2026 assembly elections.
Okay. Yes, I think Rajiv wants to make a point, and then we'll wind up the show. Yes, Rajiv, very briefly.
Ma'am, I'll speak very briefly. There is a sense that a binary has been built up in Bengal between TMC and BJP, either you or me, right? And they don't want to look for any alternative. These are my brothers and sisters, 7,500 to crush their spirit. That is what our senior journalist has already spoken, that nothing will happen. The tented minister and the Russian scheme just got bail from here. There is no prosecution, ma'am. So there is a sense of despondency. There is no leadership here. The challenge is to bring the national level leadership. With 42 MPs over here, Bengal has got no say in the national level because they are all they have forgotten their rich heritage. They have forgotten their past, and now they are indulging, what you have seen few days back at the election commission. So there is nothing going to happen. The binary is going to complete. Either you win or I win. Directly, indirectly, the Rajiv Gandhi era and Mamata Banerjee things are over. This particular government which is there at the state, it is totally called that they are in a very good terms with the central government. Nothing is going to happen against them. Not the CBI progress, investigation progress is not going to progress beyond a certain point. Their senior people, they are not going to be arrested. That is the sense. So unfortunately, it is not required to discuss that opposition is ineffective. Everybody knows that what is the boundary which is going on here. The Mamata is going to continue. The money power is going to continue. The professional people, earlier the chai adda, this was happened. The people used to discuss the politics at the chai adda. Now on the social media, the people have charged hundreds of crore to build up this image of the
All
Tinamul,
right.
and they will continue.
You've made your point, and but quite concerning things happening on the streets of Kolkata. We'll have to wait how Mamata Banerjee handles this problem. And to the viewers of the Federal, we'll continue this discussion in Hindi with the three same guests, Mamita Sarkar at 6:50. We will again invite you for a show in Hindi. Rajiv and Sameer, thank you so much. We'll begin the Hindi show at 6:50 p.m. Thank you so much.